Ever dieted so hard and noticed your energy levels drop?
Yeah.
Well, I just dieted for the first time in my entire life, and this is what happened. Welcome back to Lifestyle Nutrition with Brian Diamond, and today it's episode 10 of my signature show, Document with Diamond. I learned a lot on why people are not able to sustain going on a diet for so long, what happens, and the entire cascade of cause and effect that makes everybody not stay consistent and binge. Keep watching to find out. Alright, so where do I begin? Let's just start with the fact that I was so damn miserable. I just couldn't do it. Okay, let me just give you a little kind of a recap because that video is like 28 minutes long. Episode 8, the one I ate one whole week of whatever I wanted as long as I was within my weekly calorie budget, and I employed calorie cycling. And if you don't know what calorie cycling is, click this card and find out. What I didn't really do was plan for this entire thing. I just did whatever I felt like doing, and now I realized that I should have planned it, because usually whenever I coach my clients, I have a plan, I have a roadmap of what we are supposed to do, what the client is supposed to do, what I'm supposed to do. Expectations have been set. However, because it just happened that I got triggered by reading a comment,
The food triggers that I mentioned
on my last episode, so that's what happened, and I was like, okay, what am I going to do? So let me just run with it. Let me just eat whatever I want, just to prove a point, just to show you that calories really do matter. And if you don't know what calories are, click this card and find out. So I wanted to demonstrate what I talked about on Document with Diamond episode 4, the biggest weight loss mistake that everybody makes, and click this card to find out. So because I wanted to demonstrate that, what I did, I had to violate this, that is BMR. I had to go way below my existence calories, and that
was really
bad. So that's exactly what happened. Let me go with the feels of how I felt during the entire 2 weeks after that whole week of eating analysis. In week 9, all the negative effects started to occur. As in, the first thing was my deliverables came down, my productivity came down, because I took 5 days to edit that one video because it was so long with so many clips, and that was crazy. So that took me 5 days. I did not bathe for those 5 days. That's insane. I did not bathe for 5 days. My personal hygiene took a crash, and I did not brush my teeth for 2 days. That's also bad on personal hygiene wise. I also did not sleep for 3 of those 5 days. I was editing for 72 hours
straight.
That's not good. As a result of what I did, I was not able to hit my consistency target, which is consistently posting 3 videos a week. I posted only 2 out of 3. I missed my video on Tuesday because I had to edit and post a Saturday's video on Tuesday, and that was really bad. Efficiency went down because I wasn't able to do proper edits. Ever since the first video from week 9 did not have good edits at all. So the edits were, let's say, 50 to 70% not fully done. The video was not fully done, and I left it from week 8's video itself. I wasn't able to edit about 3 minutes. I left it. But then that's how it is. I gained weight, man. I gained weight. I gained 100 grams. Even though I was in a calorie deficit, even though I was walking every single day, I did almost 40,000 steps the entire week. Forget staying the same weight. I gained weight. I gained weight in spite of all of that. So that was bad. But this week, it's really good. Everything has been amazing. So I actually lost weight even though I was not in a calorie deficit. And if you want to know what a calorie deficit is, click this card and find out. I lost weight. I lost 400 grams. If you subscribe to this channel, what you can expect is weekly videos on nutrition, weight loss, tips and tricks on how to attain sustainable weight loss, and how to maintain that weight loss once you achieve your goal. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe. Alright, let's get on with the body stats for week 10. Let's go. So, when I look at this, last week, week 9, 113 kilograms, so that was 100 grams went up, even though I was in a calorie deficit, so that was bad. So, I started to lose the motivation, I started to lose focus, I started to get angry, I get pissed off. I wasn't really liking or enjoying the journey. I wasn't enjoying the fact that I'm doing all of this, putting all of this work into this, and there's no fruits out of all of my labor. So I'm like, okay, I was starting to get fed up. My body fat percentage went up even though I was in a calorie deficit. Okay. My BMI also went up. That's bad. So most of the other body stats, except one that was, I guess, the waist, everything stayed the same. Usually all of them, like you can see right now, green stats, they all went down or they reduced. But last week, nothing reduced except my waist by only 0.5 inches, not that much as well. But now, this week, this is where the amazing stuff is happening. From 113, I went to 112.6, 0.4 kgs down, so 400 grams down. And the best part, I wasn't even in a calorie deficit. Wow, is that even possible? Crazy, that's how it is. Now, my body fat percentage went down to 33.5, and that's 0.2 down from last week, which actually went up, even though I'm not in a calorie deficit. It's 0.1 down from last week, but because it went up, it's 0.2 down. So my BMI, again, 0.2 down, reduced. So there's the reason I put week 10 in purple, because this is something for the first time that I've learned as well. And this is because of a hormone that made me gain weight last week. After all the stuff I did, after all my efforts, I still gained weight. That's because of one singular hormone that makes everybody put on weight regardless of what they do, and the body fat percentage increasing is proof of that. So okay, my chest 43 stays the same, that's fine. My stomach down to 39 inches, then my waist stayed the same, that's okay. Now everything else has decreased, and I put it down in purple. Everything has gone down even though I was not in a calorie deficit. Now sleep, it went up. I made sure I made sleep a priority because I did not sleep for 3 days last week, so I had to absolutely get this done. 42 hours out of 49, so that's fine, 6 hours a night. My protein went up from 788 the whole week to 1160, still not at 1400 plus, but that's okay, it's pretty good. My drinking water for the entire week supposed to be 21, but since I got 15 only last week, so 20 is actually a pretty good jump. My daily steps has gone up by 26.5% compared to last week. That is 50,219 steps or 27.38 kilometers. It's almost 1 kilometer more. However, it's 26.5% more in terms of steps, just the steps. The kilometers, it's okay, forget about it, man, not a big deal. Now here's the best part. Calorie deficit, everything was yes until last week where I did not lose weight. It was all yes. However, this week I put down no, and I made it the biggest font because I want to stress that point, because even though I was not in a calorie deficit, I still lost weight. There's a reason to this. And my sex drive is still at 0 because, oh my god, man, I didn't even feel horny, I didn't feel like anything, and my penis felt like a rubber duckling. Like one of OG's chew toys. That's how it felt. So that was bad. So nobody wants that. Then here, the reason, I put down the reason as too much stress for last week. And this week, no stress at all. Now, this is where the hormone cortisol comes into picture. Cortisol is the stress hormone, or basically the hormone that secretes fat cells when you get stressed. So cortisol is very dangerous and very detrimental to your weight loss journey, and I will make a separate video about cortisol. However, that's pretty much it for today. For coaching inquiries, you can call me on my cell phone, send me a text on WhatsApp, or you can also send me an email if that's what you prefer, and we'll take it ahead from there. And I'll also put these details down in the description below, so be sure to check it out. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day, and I will see you in the next one.